This is the HydroStrike Nova Pro Gel Blaster. So we're going to take a look at it here. We're going to talk about how to get it ready, how to use it, and of course I'll do a separate demo video to show you guys the HydroStrike Nova Pro in action. Right? So everything you see here comes nicely wrapped up in the box, so definitely some good packaging. Everything's wrapped up nicely. So let's go over some of the contents of the box quick before we get to the blaster. Obviously, safety glasses. Now they do give you better quality safety glasses, so that's kind of nice, right? Gel beads. You get 5,000. You get 10 packs of these glow gel beads here from HydroStrike. I'm going to guess these are pretty good quality. Gel bead, definitely good for this blaster. So go ahead, and I would definitely recommend using those when you are done. Of course, if you want to get a little better gel ball, but I wouldn't get anything more than kind of regular branded gel ball for this blaster, being basically it's a fancy top loader. It is nice though, so we'll get to that. Hydration pouch. This is kind of cool. I mean, hey, it makes it easy for people who've never done this before. You just go ahead and you open it up, you put one pack in there, you fill it with water, and you give it 4 hours. And there's directions all over it so that you can't mess it up. When you're done with that time, basically squirt the excess water out, and then you can just go ahead and shoot the gel balls directly into the blaster. So that's a nice thing. 7.4 volt battery. They use the XT30 connection. Typically we've seen that on higher end blasters, so that's the connection that you're going to get right there. And this is 1800 mAh, so that's the capacity. So 7.4 volt, 1800 mAh. You can see it's a good sized battery. That 1800 mAh is a good capacity. Hopefully that gives you plenty of playtime. And then of course your USB charger, just plug that into any AC adapter. They give you some really good detailed directions, multiple pages. And one thing I like here too is they're only claiming 160 FPS. And that's definitely within the realm, of a high-end top loader. That's where you're going to be. So that's cool. I like to see that. There's so many sellers out there that really exaggerate their FPS, and then they end up with people who are disappointed in their purchases and have buyer's remorse and return them, and it's just bad for gel blasters in general. So that's cool to see. Let's check out the blaster. So you can see pistol style blaster. Now, one thing, like the first things I noticed when I started looking at it, you got a metal inner barrel on it. So that's really nice. We don't see top loaders. Even though this is definitely a cooler top loader with the integrated hopper into the design, you usually don't see a metal inner barrel. And we got that there. I already talked about how it's going with an XT30 connection, which is typically on the higher end blasters. And your battery goes in down here. I'm going to just take that off all the way. And you can see that it has the nice silver metal wiring as well, which again is just an upgraded wiring, a better quality wiring, more expensive wiring. So you're just going to plug that in. So I find with with XT connections, just if you line them up perfect, they go on super easy. If you are slightly off, it seems like you have to push really hard. So if you're pushing really hard, you just probably don't have it lined up right. So just go ahead and try, start over. When we're putting the door back on, if you kind of go down at an angle, okay? So we got that on there. Now the blaster itself, pretty straightforward, right? You're gonna load it up here. So you're just gonna push that in, and this is your hopper, right? And it's actually a good size hopper. I mean, I imagine you can easily fit 500, gels in there. So that's cool. You can see, got a little spot here, a little bit of a rail. If you wanted to try to put an accessory, I bet you we could pop that off. And then we got your safety here. So really just a safety, which is an S, and an F, which is fire. All right, so there you go. Pretty straightforward. Bottom rail for accessories too. But overall, if you're looking for a non-realistic blaster, well-made, good components, this is probably a good option for you to check out. It'll be exciting to shoot it. Let's see. Hopefully we are in that, 150 to 160 FPS. I always kind of give the manufacturer seller a 10 FPS leeway either way, just because my chronograph might not be exactly the same as their chronograph, etc. So as long as we're around 150, I think it's definitely a good blaster. Either way, it's definitely a well-made blaster. really big hopper. So again, if you're looking for something kind of this non-realistic, futuristic style, I'd say this Hydro Strike Nova Pro is a good option. Comments, questions, post them below. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in those monthly giveaways. And of course, check back for the actual demo videos where you get to see this one in action.